That is an interesting view. So I am very big behind the agenda.
Okay, this is a little risky. Testing it in the same room.
That looked and sounded good.
All right, both those came through the stream, so I think we're good. Okay, how's it look to you? Any changes you want made?
Yes, can you put the speaker in front of the agenda? Like maybe in the corner? So right now I'm behind it on the stream.
Yep.
Okay, I think that looks good. Can you move it to the top or is it
Yep.
just
Wherever you want it.
yeah, top right if we can do that.
All right, that'll come through in a moment.
Yes, that looks good. Yep, that will be fine.
Okay.
I'll scroll. Thank you.
I'm gonna stay on this Teams meeting until it gets going. I may leave here, but leave the other one running. So,
Okay,
all right.
thank you.
Yep.
Steve, the only thing that I see when I turned off my camera, it went to the Teams and it's not coming back. Oh, I'm back. Never mind. Because I was not talking, I guess.
Keep in mind that the stream is about 30 seconds behind whatever you do in Teams. Or maybe more. So what happened when you turned your camera off?
On the live stream, it goes to the Teams icon instead of my picture. And then it is quite delayed, but I do come back if I turn it back on.
I see. Okay. Yeah, there's probably nothing we can do about that, but I'm assuming there will always be an active speaker and somebody on camera when the meeting starts.
Okay, sounds good.
And if not, I'll hide that window.
Okay.
Fabulous. Fabulous. Hi, guys. Can you hear and see me? Maybe.
Yes, Charmin, we
Oh.
can see and hear you. Sorry.
That's all right. I was like, ooh, maybe I.
Nope, you're good. And we're checking the live stream too. So we're already streaming.
Fantastic.
Hey, Miss Sherman.
Hello there, Chair Bean. How are you?
Good. How was your vacation?
Well, it wasn't a vacation.
Oh.
I was going to be doing OCR reviews with Tobias and did not end up going. So I ended up
Oh.
working this week anyway.
Shucks.
Yeah,
I was optimistic you had a vacation.
I love to have a vacation. Right.
Hello.
Good afternoon. Is that Member
Hi, this is
McCulka?
Deb McCulka. Yes, yes.
Hello.
Hi. I just wanted to make sure you were hearing me.
Yes.
Good afternoon. This is Ray.
Hi, Ray. This is Deb.
Hi. Glad you're there.
I am glad you're there too.
I don't think we're going to see Cindy or hear Cindy. So I was getting a little concerned, hope we weren't going to run short of members.
Oh, well, you've been counting heads, so I guess we're okay, right?
Well, I don't know. Where's our leader?
I don't know that.
Took the day off, right?
Again? Every time I call, you've taken the day off.
I think we have you and Deb, and that's about.
I don't have the documents in front of me, do you? Mm-mm.
That's
we need them?
That's what I'm seeing as well.
Well, we got some noise.
Can I talk? No. Charmin, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Mm-mm.
Oh, whoever that is can't hear me.
They might have to go. Let's go to your office. I think so. Not too much. Not too much.
Sherman, I think that's Cowley.
I was thinking so too. I saw that they joined. Chris,
Right.
I also see Chris Cannon's on. Are you near where Dr. Schoen is, Chris?
I just called her on the other line. I think she's getting it worked out. Thank you.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Charmin, on your end, can you see any or identify any other committee members besides Ray and Deborah?
No, sir, I do not. I see you, and then Ray and Deb have joined via phone.
We wait, or is this it, do you think?
Goodness. I'm not sure. I'm not sure of, I did not hear that anyone else would not be able to join. Mark Hess is on, I see.
Okay.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Hi there.
Hey, Mark.
And if
All
I
right,
remember, I think Cindy was going to be out of the country.
Is she?
Well, we have four of the best amigos today, so we'll rock and roll. We'll go ahead and call the meeting of the TA Post-Secondary Authority Program and Curriculum meeting. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for joining today. And it looks like our friends to the south might be getting a little weather. And Seth, you may have already had a little weather out your way too. So please keep everyone in your thoughts. So welcome to the committee meeting. First item is to approve the minutes from the April 13th meeting. I will entertain a motion in a second for that.
This is Ray, so move.
Thanks,
This is
Ray.
Mark, I'd second.
All right. Thank you, Ray and Mark. All in favor, say aye.
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 Perfect. Thank you. We have a pretty hefty agenda today with 5 new programs and then 3 to consider under the Promise Act. So appreciate everyone joining and working efficiently today. And let's take a trip out west. Charmin, Seth's on the video too. We'll start with Colby and their feedlot certification.
Yes, indeed. Thank you. So Colby Community College is seeking approval of a 16 credit hour technical certificate A in feedlot certificate today. They explained that the proposal to reinstate their feedlot certificate program was based on the need of business and industry in their area to develop a high quality talent pool for the local and regional feedlots. They've also heard from many students in other agricultural programs that were interested in earning this certificate. Accreditation is not required for the program, and this program requires students to have workforce experience prior to the completion of their award. The Kansas Department of Labor 10-year occupation projections indicate a statewide change of employment of 0.8% annually, with an annual median wage of $59,750. The typical education needed for occupation entry is a high school diploma or equivalent, and the annual openings equate to 871 jobs per year. I would also mention that this occupation is included in the most recent high demand occupation listing from the Kansas Department of Labor. In our Lightcast job postings from March 2022 to March 2023, 243 total postings, 55 of which were unique, were advertised statewide with an annual median advertised salary of $60,000. Removing job postings with no education level listed, 28% of postings indicate a high school diploma or equivalent, and 75% indicate a bachelor's degree. Colby Community College noted that the CLNA documented that according to the Kansas State Department of Education, beef cattle ranching and farming are in the top 10 employment pathways for employment in Kansas. And the beef cattle ranching and farming industry has an employment of over 42,000 individuals annually and contributes $8.3 billion to the Kansas economy. 3 letters of industry support were received, pledging supports and commitments, including partnering to define education and skills required, serving on the advisory council, providing coaching and mentorship to students, and providing internships and job opportunities. Currently, 2 institutions offer a similar program based on zip code. The academic year 2021 KTIP data for animal livestock husbandry at Barton Community College is included in your packet. And then Kansas State University also offers a 21 credit hour certificate for that same program, but similar information is unfortunately not available for that program. Colby also explained that while the best practices of sister institutions were taken into consideration, they did not seek collaboration due to the geographic location. They also explained that they are working closely with the College of Agriculture at KSU to develop both an overarching agricultural articulation agreement as well as agreements for specific program tracks. And additionally, KSU is represented on the Feedlot Certificate Advisory Board and is providing guidance to help Colby Community College ensure that all agricultural programming is fully transferable. The college plans to begin the proposed program in the fall of 2023, estimating the initial cost at $390,000 total. Funding will be provided from the omnibus appropriations and institutional budget. Ms. Adelaide Klein, the beef program director, will assume responsibility for the proposed program. And during the 10-day comment period, we did not receive any comments. And we do have several individuals from Colby on the line, and we would stand for questions.
Thank you, Charmin, and I appreciate the timing as we are celebrating National Beef Month. So if anyone from Colby would like to add any additional comments, we'll give you a little time for that.
This is Tiffany Evans. I'm the Vice President of Academic Affairs. And we want to thank you so much for the opportunity to present this today. And also, we are so excited about the partnerships that this is yielding. We are connecting so deeply within our community and even further region to develop stronger partnership ties and just a cleaner and quicker and most powerful pipeline into business and industry. So we see so much excitement around this program, and we're excited to be doing it, and we're ready to move forward. We hope we get that opportunity.
Thank you, Tiffany. Any questions from the committee members?
This is Ray. I don't have a question, but I did find it, I really enjoyed reading about the businesses that you received letters of support from. Very impressive. Family businesses, and certainly, strong participants in the different communities. So it was really enjoyable to read about the people that are wanting to support and see the need of this in your community and surrounding communities. So congratulations on that.
Thank you. We're very proud of those partnerships.
Any other questions from committee members? If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve Colby Community College's technical certification or certificate A, feedlot certification.
So move. It's Ray.
Thanks, Ray. Is there a second?
This is Mark. I'd second that.
All right. Thank you, Mark. Deb, do you agree? And also, do you agree we place this on the consent agenda? We're gonna assume Deb agreed with all of that. So motion approved, and we'll place that on the consent agenda. And thank you, Tiffany and Seth, for joining us.
Thank you.
All right, Sharman, let's travel South Central Kansas, Cowley Community College.
Yes, all right. So Cowley Community College is seeking approval of a 19 credit hour technical certificate A in wind energy technology today. They explained that the wind energy technology program was developed in response to a request by Alltite Inc. in Wichita. They're a leading provider of wind turbine maintenance and repair services, and they want to prepare new employees as well as provide continuing education for current employees. And this is because the Global Wind Organization, GWO, requires retraining every 2 years for active technicians. Accreditation specifically is not required for the program, but Cowley explained that the Global Wind Organization training standards were followed in curriculum development whenever possible. The Kansas Department of Labor 10-year outlook indicates that the data for wind energy technology is small cell suppressed at this time. The education for entry into the occupation is listed as a post-secondary non-degree award. The Lightcast job posting analytics from March of 2022 through March of 2023 show 251 total postings. 141 were unique that were advertised statewide, with an annual median advertised salary that was unfortunately not available. And when we removed the job postings with no education level listed, 84% of the postings indicate a high school diploma or equivalent. Cowley Community College explained that the wind energy program was not identified on the Perkins CLNA for the Wichita region as the industry partner was not present. However, the next CLNA will be updated to reflect the demand for this occupation. 3 letters of industry support were included in the packet, including supports of providing job fairs, donating equipment, providing job shadowing, and giving high consideration for employment to graduates of the program. Currently, we have 2 institutions offering a similar program based on zip code or program title. Those 2 programs at Colby and at Cloud are included in the AY KTIP data, AY21 KTIP data in your packet. Cowley also explained that they have reached out to Cloud County Community College to discuss program and equipment needs. And while they didn't receive a response in time for the deadline for the program submission, they plan to continue to reach out for collaboration on curriculum and equipment. They plan to begin the proposed program in the fall of 2023, estimating the initial cost at $77,375 total, and funding will be provided from student tuition fees, donations, and institutional budget. Chris Cannon, the department chair, will assume responsibility for the proposed program. And during the 10-day comment period, no comments were received. And we do have several individuals from Cowley Community College on the line as well, and we would stand for questions.
Thank you, Charmin. Any additional comments from the Cowley crew?
Yeah, thanks, Sharman, for all that information. This is Michelle Schoen, president of Cowley College. I'm having some camera issues, so I do apologize for that. But we are very pleased to bring this program forward. It is in direct response to business partners. This 19 credit hour cert consists of 3 new courses very specific to this, and then some courses from our existing electromechanical maintenance course. And it really is designed to be training those that service the wind turbines. We do have Bob Belts from Altide on the line, along with Chris Cannon, who's our program director. So if they want to say any additional words, I'll let them speak at this time.
Go ahead, Bob, if you want to speak now.
Sure. Good afternoon, everybody. We reached out to Cowley College because our growth path right now takes us from about 65 technicians that we currently have in Wichita. By the end of 26, we want to be at 400. Currently, we send all of our students, our actual technicians, either to Texas or Oklahoma for the required training, as well as all of the 2-year retraining. Personally, with more than 40 years of maintenance experience on motion controls, motor controls in and outside the wind industry, the GWO technical element is insufficient. It's a 3-day training course for hydraulics, electrics, and mechanical experience, and that's the minimum requirement. It does not adequately prepare the technician to be successful, which is why we're looking to piggyback the global wind requirement onto existing course structures in the mechanical repair technologies. Kansas gets 45% of its electricity from wind. And I don't know if you know that or not. And over the course of the next 10 years, the industry itself is expected to grow 44% in the labor market for wind technicians. Being headquartered in Wichita, we also will be in 24 expanding our operations to offshore wind energy production. And we're looking again for a home-based solution here in the state of Kansas. This program is outside of what Cloud County offers, because theirs, I believe, is a long program. We're looking to create career paths for a shorter entry. And then again, like I said, recurring competency management.
Thanks, Bob.
Thank you, Bob, and thanks for your letter of support and engagement and joining us today. Any questions from the committee members for the Cowley proposal?
Sorry, Mike, this is Deb. I had a mute issue or unmute earlier, but I'm back on. A question. This zip code is, do we have any idea about salary ranges for, because I see that it doesn't require, or that 84%, is that right, of the job openings allow for or indicate a high school diploma or equivalent?
Yeah, that is correct. We generally start our inexperienced, untrained technicians at $20 an hour. The industry itself ranges from, depending on specializations, anywhere from $20 to about $46 an hour. and $125 to $155 a day in per diem while deployed to the field. Obviously, this is a mobile career because you have to go to the turbine to do the work. So an entry-level technician at, say, $24 an hour, which is about what we started our folks at in 2020 when we started our program, working the year deployed at $125 a day in per diem, it's about $90,000 a year.
Thank you.
Any additional questions from the committee? If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve Callie's request for technical certificate A in wind energy technology and put it on the consent agenda.
This is Deb, and I so move.
Thank you, Deb. Is there a second?
This is Mark, I'd second.
All right, I heard Mark and Ray. So appreciate for that second, and I think we're all in agreement that we'll approve Callie's certificate. And Bob, I want to thank you for joining the call today, and thanks for all the great growth your industry has seen and your company in Wichita area too. So thank you.
Thank you for having me. Y'all have a good day.
All right, Sharman, let's head up north to Highland.
All right, so Highland Community College is seeking approval of a 16 credit hour technical certificate A, and then additionally a 30 credit hour technical certificate B in viticulture and enology. They explained that part of the need to reinstate their program was due to an increase in Kansas wineries from 23 in 2010 up to 58 in 2022, and the vineyard business has grown at approximately the same rate. Business and industry have previously requested for Highland Community College to continue to provide their coursework despite not having a specific award for the program. Since the pandemic, industry has relayed to Highland that their needs have expanded and that they now need a pool of workers that are cross-trained in both vineyard operations as well as winery operations. Accreditation is not required for the program. The 10-year occupational outlook indicates a statewide change of employment for this occupation of 0.2% annually, with an annual median wage of a little over $30,000 a year. Typical education needed for the occupation entry is a high school diploma or equivalent, and the annual openings currently equate to 30 jobs per year. The Lightcast job postings show from March of 2022 through March of 2023, 380 total postings, 119 which were unique, that were advertised statewide, with an annual median advertised salary of a little over $51,000 a year. Removing the job postings with no education level listed, 97% of the postings indicate a high school diploma or equivalent for entry into the occupation. Highland explained that 114 annual openings were identified, with 0 concentrators on the last CLNA for the Manhattan area. 4 letters of industry support for the proposed program were received, pledging supports including serving on the advisory board, sending current employees for training in the program, and giving highest consideration for employment to graduates. Additionally, Atchison USD 409 provided a letter of support. Currently, no other institution offers a similar program based on zip code and/or program title. Highland explained that the college originally collaborated with the Viticulture and Enology Science and Technology Alliance, which is VESTA, on their curriculum. However, the college is updating that curriculum to specifically address the employment needs of the Kansas grape and wine industry. They plan to begin the proposed program in the fall of 2023, estimating the initial cost at $125,400, and funding will be provided from student tuition and institutional budget. Scott Cole, the director of viticulture and enology, will assume responsibility for the proposed program. And this program is also subject to the 10-day comment period, during which time no formal comments were received. We do have several individuals on the line from Highland as well, and we would stand for questions.
Thank you, Charmin. Any additional comments from the Highland team? Please introduce yourself if you do.
I'm Lucas Hunziger. I'm Vice President for Technical Education for Highland Community College. Just want to say that this is a program that we had in the past at a different certificate level. What we found often was that the students that participated were not looking to be trained to a Certificate C or AAS degree level. And so we are now looking at a shorter term certificate exit point so that they can successfully exit the program with a certificate. Kansas has continued to grow as listed with the number of vineyards and wineries in the state. And our bordering states also have significant job opportunities as well. I know that Missouri, although we don't want to send our graduates out of state, has significant opportunities, and we do, our service area does border the Missouri state line. We appreciate the consideration of this program addition.
Thank you, Lucas. Any questions or comments from the committee members?
This is Ray. I move we approve the request, Certificate A and Certificate B.
Are you all right with it on the consent agenda too, Ray?
Yes, sir.
All right. Do I have a second?
I'll
Mark,
second it.
All right. Thank you,
Thanks,
Deb.
Deb.
Giving Deb a chance to jump on there.
Yeah, there's awkward silence for a little bit. All right. Thanks, Ray and Deb. All in favor of approving Highland's request and placing it on the consent agenda, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? All opposed? All right. Congratulations, Highland. Thanks, Lucas. All right, Charmin, let's head out to Salina.
Yes. So Salina Area Technical College is seeking approval of a 36 credit hour technical certificate B in pharmacy technician. They explained that the college was approached by the Salina Regional Healthcare Center in early 2022, inquiring about the possibility of offering a pharmacy technician program, as those in the healthcare and pharmacy occupations have had difficulty the last few years in finding qualified employees. They plan to apply for accreditation through the American Society of Health System Pharmacists, and upon completion of the program, students will be eligible to sit for the Certified Pharmacy Technician exam. The 10-year occupational outlook indicates a statewide change of employment for pharmacy technicians of 1% annually, with an annual median wage of $36,630. The typical education needed for occupation entry is a high school diploma or equivalent, and the annual openings equate to 377 jobs per year. This occupation is also included on the most recent high-demand occupation list from the Kansas Department of Labor. The Lightcast job postings show from March 2022 through March 2023, 5,073 total postings, 1,200 or so were unique that were advertised statewide, with an annual median advertised salary of $38,800. Removing the job postings with no education level listed, 85% of the postings indicate a high school diploma or equivalent. Salina Area Technical College explained that during the Region 1 meetings for the Perkins CLNA, the committee did not discuss areas outside of the nursing and allied health programs. The local business and industries have indicated an increased demand for pharmacists since COVID emerged, as additional duties have been assigned to these occupations and the demand has increased for technicians. 3 letters of industry support for the proposed program were received, including supporting by survey board, providing needed learning experiences or internships, and giving high consideration to employment to graduates. Currently, 4 institutions offer a similar program, and the academic year 2021 KTIP data is in your packet. Salina also indicated that while no direct collaboration has taken place, the college catalog for several programs was consulted in creating proposal, and Salina Area Technical College's recruitment and advising staff have visited the Barton Community College in February and plan to continue visiting other institutions to discuss recruitment and advising strategies. The college plans to begin the proposed program in the fall of 2023. Funding will be provided from student tuition and institutional budget, and working with Salina Regional Health Center for lab courses. Jennifer Callis, the Vice President of Instruction, will assume responsibility for the program, and during the 10-day comment period, no formal comments were received. And we also have several individuals from Salina on the phone, and we would stand for questions.
Thank you, Charmin. Any additional comments from the Salina crew? You're either on mute or having audio problems, but sorry.
Hi, Jennifer, I see you on video. Were you wanting to speak? Looks like
she was trying. Committee, while we're waiting on Jennifer, any questions for Charmin about the pharmacy tech proposal?
Can you hear me?
Yay, Jennifer.
Yeah. All right, I changed my microphone. This program came to Salina Tech, like you said, as a community need. During COVID, pharmacists got pulled away to handle a lot of testing and other duties, and they saw a need that their pharmacy techs needed to kind of expand what they were doing in the pharmacy. Currently, in pharmacies, they bring on, like Charmin said, a lot of times you don't have to have any training to get a job, but you have 2 years to get certified. And they were finding their employees were not able to get through that training within 2 years, and they would leave and they would have to start all over again. So they would, and they approached us about starting a program. The employees would come in with the training and they wouldn't have to keep rotating employees every 2 years. This program is going to rely heavily on our industry partners that we work with very closely in the community in the area for their lab resources. Because, you know, for example, we're not going to build a sterile compounding lab here on campus, but the hospitals in the area, Salina Regional and their partners in Lindsborg and Abilene, we can use their compounding labs. So this program, lecture courses will be hybrid. So if they are able to start working in the field, they can. And, you know, this is a program that we want to, you know, when we did our last CLNA, we talked a lot about health sciences area. We focused on nursing and allied health. But this, the health services in Salina, being a regional health hub, this is going to benefit our whole community.
Thank you, Jennifer. The shortage of pharmacy techs in Topeka is just as great as it is in Salina, I think. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Any committee members, any additional questions or comments from you? If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve Salina's Area Technical College's request for a 36-hour technical certificate B in the area of pharmacy technician and put it on the consent agenda.
Mike, this is Deb. I so move.
Thank you, Deb.
Yes, Mark, I'll second that.
Thank you, Mark. Ray, I assume you agree?
Yes.
All right, motion approved. Thank you very much. Thank you, Jennifer. And you're now IT certified too. So. All right, Charmin, let's head to Wichita.
Excellent. Yes. WSU Tech is seeking approval of a 60 credit hour Associate of Applied Science in Paraeducation. WSU Tech explained that this proposal was developed as a result of the new program development team reviewing current employment landscapes and identifying a significant need for the program. Additional research found the work being done by the Educator Workforce Task Force, sponsored by KBOR, supported the need for multiple pathways into teacher education programs. Additionally, WSU Tech reached out to area, including those at WSU and local school districts such as the Wichita Public Schools and Andover Public Schools, to review the potential for the proposed program and received an overwhelmingly positive response. While the Kansas Department of Education does not require program accreditation for paraprofessionals, KSDE does provide requirements for paraprofessionals, providing instructional support with Title I Part A funding. Wichita schools are classified as school-wide Title I schools, which means all paraprofessionals providing instructional support must meet the following requirements: a high school diploma or GED, and one of the following: they either complete 48 hours of post-secondary coursework, obtain an associate degree, or pass a state-approved assessment indicating the ability to instruct reading, writing, and math. The assessment options are assessment, paraeducator online training, or work keys. The 10-year occupational outlook indicates a statewide change of employment for teaching assistants of 0.5% annually, with a median wage of $28,390. The typical education needed for occupation entry is some college, no degree, and the annual openings equate to 1,928 jobs per year. This occupation is also included on the most recent high demand occupation listing from the Kansas Department of Labor. In the Lightcap Analytics from March 2020-2023, over 3,000 total postings were advertised. A little over 1,000 of those were unique, and the annual median advertised salary was $27,500. Removing those job postings with no education level listed, 84% of the postings indicate a high school diploma or equivalent as required. Concerning the Perkins CLNA from February of 2022, all SIP codes were reviewed at the 2-digit level, so the 13 level of education and training. And under the category of sufficient concentrators is where this was located. However, a deeper dive into the data provided by the work group indicates that this translated into 64 total high school concentrators from across the Wichita region in this area. In comparison, the Kansas long-term regional projections indicate obviously a much higher need, back to the 1,928 jobs annually. 7 letters of industry support for the proposed program were included, pledging supports including volunteering as a field placement site, hosting students in apprenticeships or internships, serving on the advisory committee, and giving high consideration for employment to graduates. Currently, no other institution offers a similar program based on SIP or program title. Regarding collaboration, WSU Tech has in place 2 separate 2+2 agreements with WSU, the Teacher Apprentice Program and Bachelor of Arts in Elementary Education. Upon approval of the proposed program, WSU Tech and WSU will review those current 2+2 agreements to align multiple courses for easy transfer to credit from WSU Tech to WSU's bachelor's degree in elementary education. They plan to begin the program in the fall of 2023, and funding will be provided from student tuition and institutional budget. Doug Maury, the Dean of General Education and Professional Studies, will assume responsibility for the proposed program. And during the 10-day comment period, no formal comments were received. And we again have several individuals from WSU Tech on the phone, and we would stand for questions.
Thanks, Sharman. Any additional comments from the WSU Tech team?
Sure. Good afternoon. This is Jennifer Seymour, Vice President for General Education and Applied. I did just come directly before this meeting from an information session about the proposed statewide alignment among education programs. So the program we're proposing today would align nicely with that. There might be a few tweaks that would be necessary when that goes into effect, but I think for the most part, it would line up it pretty well with what they're proposing at the state level. We know there's a big need for paraprofessionals. We're also planning to do some education on dyslexia with these students so that they're educated on how to identify and provide intervention early. So hoping to work with local subject matter experts on that as well.
Thank you, Jennifer. And you're correct. Pretty excited. I think it was last week, the State Board of Education approved their registered apprenticeship program from para to teacher, which is exciting for the state of Kansas that we could move in that direction. And this hopefully fits right into that, which it sounds like it will. Any additional questions for Jennifer, Doug, or Sharman from the committee members? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to approve, and I'm going to use this long so we're official. Wichita State University's Campus of Applied Science and Technologies Certificate B, 36 hours for their para-education certification. Woo. Or no, excuse me, Associate of Applied Science. I messed up. There we go.
It was a mouthful.
There we go.
And put it on the consent agenda.
That motion.
Thank you, Mark. Do I have a second?
This is Deb. I'll second it.
All right. Thank you, Deb. And Ray, do you agree? Yes. All right. Thanks, Ray. Motion approved. Thank you. Thank you, Jennifer and Doug, for joining.
Thank you.
We'll now drop down into, we have 3 Promise Act items to discuss. One for the feedlot certification that we just approved, wind energy technology certification that we just approved, and pharmacy technician. Sharman, why don't we talk about each one of them? Maybe we can bundle them all together if there's not an abundance of questions. So.
Sure. The only thing that I would add to what you just explained about all 3 of them is that each one of these do fall under the categories that are specified in legislation. The pharmacy technician obviously falls under mental and physical health as the category. Wind energy falls under advanced manufacturing and building trades. And in the case of feedlot certificate, this falls under agriculture, which is the college designated field of study for the Promise eligibility at Colby Community College. And if there are no questions, yes, bundling them all together would be great if that's the pleasure of the group.
I have a question.
Sure.
Actually, and I would like to, as we look at these in the future, so for Colby's feedlot certification, are they then saying that these jobs correspond to high wage, high demand, or critical need? Which are all 3 of those does it fall under?
Well, this particular, the one at Colby is under high demand specifically.
Okay.
And pharmacy technician.
High demand or critical need? You mean it's a high demand in the state, or it's a critical need in the community?
The well, it's both, but in this case, I would, in light of not having any necessarily additional data beyond what was included in their application, the occupation that this corresponds to is a high demand occupation on the high demand list from the Kansas Department of Labor.
Okay. And Cowley's, which of those three?
Cowley's would fall, I would say critical need, and again, not anything additional beyond what they provided in their application. And then pharmacy technician is also on the high demand list for the state of Kansas.
All right. Thank you. I think it's good to have those identified, which the schools feel they fall under. Thank you.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, would you like to make a motion to approve these 3 programs for the Promise Act and place them on the consent agenda?
I will do so.
All right, thanks. Do we have a second?
This Ray, I'll second it.
And Mark, do you agree?
Yeah, second Kerr.
All right. Motion carried to place the 3 items, or approve the 3 items and place them on the consent agenda. Any other items or comments from the committee members? If not, thanks everyone for joining today. We rocked through that like rock stars. I appreciate that. Just a reminder, our next committee meeting is not until August, which is kind of shocking, but so August 17th. But before then, Ray will be hosting us for a Tech Ed Authority Board meeting on May 25th. So with that, we'll adjourn the committee meeting. Everyone have a wonderful and safe Thursday afternoon. Oh, thanks, Scott, for joining us.
I've been here.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.